Hello and welcome back to yet another Knights of the Old Republic playthrough video. I'll be your host through these trees on Kashyyk for the remainder of the time, and I hope that we don't fall down to our deaths from such a high height. Today we will be murdering some Kinrath, enduring the sounds of Tach, or Tach, or whatever those monkey things are down at the bottom, and in general not really having that great of a time and hoping we were somewhere else. But that's fine. That's all part of the game. I don't think I've ever played a game where there wasn't something in it that I disliked. But usually what happens is something massively overshadows the dislike, something really cool. For example, in this game, all of the cool things that happen, the things I like about this game are the nice dialogue options, the ability to piss Bastila off. Oh, I'd play the game that just allowed me to do that all day. The multitude of builds you can do to get through this, hence the blaster pistols. The simplicity of the system. I guess I think it's simple just because I'm so damn used to the thing. I don't think we can go this way yet. I think this silly Wookiee is going to block our path. Well, how about if I just try to walk past any... Oh, nope. Nope. Okay. Yeah, so we need to go to Wookiee Town. Wookiee Town is this direction, and once we get there, we will be accosted by several Wookiees who don't like us. Actually, almost every Wookiee here doesn't like us, except for our good old pal Zalbar, who I have brought with me as sort of a protection money, and to open this Zorka cache thing up here, which actually probably doesn't have anything I need or even care about, or will even notice it's in my inventory. But no big deal. Always like to gain as much things as possible from the game. If it's going to give it to me, I would like to take it. Now, this part of Kashyyk is super easy. You walk along this dumb walkway and you kill bugs, and then you get to Wookiee Town, and then there's a whole debacle of horrible things that happen, and then you end up down on the very bottommost layer of Kashyyk, which is just a pit of awful. And after that, we're done. Pretty simple. Pretty darn simple. I use this Zalbar's computer used to get through this area. Wonderful.
Yes?
Okay, and as soon as we get to Wookiee Village, we're going to lose Zalbar, and I think what I'll do is just increase my harem count by 1, and I'll take both Jedi chicks with me, as I should have been doing from the start, but since we like to get a nice spectrum of races and aliens, gotta take everyone with me that I can. Now, I bet you during the playtesting of this game, people never took Karth with them past Terrace, because Karth is an important character on Terrace, but he's not important anywhere else. Oh, we got a goon squad. So these guys should be a bit more difficult to defeat than the guys on Tatooine, because they level up with you, and each encounter is a bit more hard or whatever. I just have to make sure that I land at least one stasis. I just really need one stasis. Come on, Lane. Okay, there we go. One stasis. We can take out one guy at a time here. We can power blast the crap out of him. Or, not. And do more damage. So the problem with these guys is they can cast Whirlwind on you, and it's super annoying because it disables you for 6 seconds, I think, which is 2 whole combat rounds, while they're just completely destroying you. It's basically the equivalent of my stasis, except it's just a different ability, and it looks really silly. Also, they can do the thing where you get feared or whatever, and I'm slowed right now. I'm walking in slow motion. So Zalbar's dead, but we got our friend Juhani doing work. Oh, wait, Zalbar's not dead. He's still alive. Okay, so this is the mass terror thing. This is actually a very strong dark side ability. If you're going dark side, you almost certainly need to have that and drain, because those are the only ways to stasis and heal. as a dark side character. So, yep, he just completely destroyed me, and oh, please, Juhani. Oh, she landed a stasis. Alright, great. Now just power attack his ass, and we should win this fight no problem. Stasis lasts longer than Whirlwind. 3 whole rounds, as you can see, and boom. Easy peasy. Double sword Juhani doing the dubstep walk. Great. I think these guys just drop, you know, energy shield, lightsaber stuff I already have. No need to get more of it. I'm gonna make sure we heal everyone up. I don't think there's that much more fighting left on the top layer, at least. There's plenty to go later on. And we have to, oh, I forgot we have to deal with some stupid ass computer. God. Alright. It's gonna be a fun afternoon. Boys. And girls, I guess. So I was using Davik's visor for the power shot, but I'm wondering if I have anything better yet. Not yet, because later on I'm going to get the Circlet of Seresh, which is down at the very bottom of Kashyyk, and boy, oh boy, is this thing super duper awesome. It gives you like +6 wisdom, and when you have that much wisdom, you can just cast infinite amounts of force powers, and they will never be resisted. It's so great. Alright, welcome to Wookiee Town.
I suppose we have little choice. We should proceed with caution, however.
Ugh, Chundar. He's selling all his Wookiees into slavery, and no one likes him except for every other Wookiees apparently like him for some reason. Who knows? Who knows what the political, socioeconomic climate is in this place? Alright, so I've got Bastila here. I want to make sure I've equipped her with the most high-tech gear that I have, because she and Juhani are going to be vital in our exploration of the under Kashyyk. Oof. It's very muddy down there, so I want to make sure they have high boots as well, because they may stink into quicksand and may need to have stilts big enough to get them out. Alright, so this place isn't that important. There's, I think, 1 or 2 different side quests you can do here. I kind of only care about one of them that gives me a nice chunk of light side points. And after that... oh, I guess we can talk to Bastila.
How can I
Hello, Bastila.
I do. I've been watching you, studying you closely to see what kind of progress you've made since your training at the hands of Master Zara. You never give up, do you? I admit, I'm interested in you. I find you intriguing, compelling even, but it's not what you think. You have a great gift. You have an awesome command of the Force, and I tremble when I think of how you might misuse it. What? No, of course not. Not like that, anyway. In many ways, you are dangerous. You could be the savior of the galaxy, or you could bring untold destruction upon us all. I've seen how you've resisted many temptations and continue to walk the path of the light side. Very commendable, but I'm afraid you might stray from this path. You need to see what the dark side represents in its entirety, for it is what we battle. Only the wisdom of a Jedi Master can truly explain this, but I will do my best to make you understand. The dark side is not simply giving in to anger, temptation, or to use the Force to destructive ends. These things only lead to the dark side. The dark side grows stronger and more insidious the closer you draw to it. It begs you to surrender to it, to release all its terrible power, and it becomes harder and harder to resist. And once you stop resisting, it's too late. It twists you up inside and turns you into a mockery of everything you once stood for. I am no less resistant to temptation than any other. I simply have the benefit of training that you do not. But even the training of the Jedi might not be enough to save us. We need only to look at the atrocities which have been committed by those under its sway to understand the terrible, corrupting evil of the dark side. Millions dead, and far more suffering. What sort of person would you have to become to perform such deeds gladly? That is why the dark side is so insidious. If you are not careful, you do not even see each small step you take towards it until it's too late. It's so easy to think that we would never fall prey to such a horror, that we have unlimited control, vigilance, and foresight. If only that were true. The Sith have become powerful because there are many Jedi who've succumbed to the lure of the dark side and joined their cause. What greater weapon is there than to turn an enemy to your cause, to use their own knowledge against them? We are weakened while they are strengthened, so we must harden our hearts and do whatever is required to fight against the dark side, even when the battle becomes wearying. I don't know. The vision of our future is clouded by shadows cast from the dark side. But I sense something ominous lurking in those shadows. But words alone cannot save one from the dark side. Come, we should continue with the task at hand. When the time comes, I only hope we are all strong enough to do what we must.
Every time Jennifer Hale talks, a lot of people on YouTube say things like, oh man, all I hear is female Commander Shepard. But in this circumstance, I don't know how you could possibly hear any of female Commander Shepard in that voice. It's like uncanny. It sounds like a completely different person. I would never have put that and female Shepard together. Never. Not once. I find that totally fascinating. Alright, let's barge into this house. Blah, 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 blah. Nah. The Wookiees have those wicker baskets that you can loot from, but the only thing that I ever remembered from this game is the play steel cylinders. And I don't know why. It's because, like, the word play steel is just so odd. What is that? Like, it sounds like plastic and steel put together. Or like plate mail or something weird like that. Alright, that was the one I was looking for. They are missing one of their Wookiee friends and have inquired, or actually I have told them that I will look for the Wookiee friend, even though they told me don't bother because I'm evil or something. I don't know. Wookiees don't like us. They think we're Zerka Corporation lackeys. But they don't know that we've already killed several Zerka Corporation employees. You know, but who can blame them? Who can blame them for not walking out onto the hallway and seeing Zerka bodies? Okay, so we need to head back to that young place where that one silly Wookiee was blocking our path. Because that is where underneath Kashyyk is. Luckily, this place isn't as abandoned as Tatooine looked. You know, there is only 1 or 2 places to go, but I attribute that to being an old game. And I've made my views clear on the fact that if you only have 1 or 2 linear places to go, I don't really mind that much. Because there's no BS extra stuff that you need to care about. Sweet. Speed up. And over here, let's hope this Wookiee guy doesn't bug out and block us again. We're good. Peace. Okay, these are some bat-looking things. I don't know anything about them, but they will die to a lightsaber. Other than that, Bastila. Oh, Jets Juhani. So, yes, I forgot about that. Force Guardians have this ability to leap across the entire map if they want to get in range of somebody. It's hilarious. The ability is hilarious because the animation for it doesn't really work because they just sort of teleport around. And it has a cooldown. It doesn't happen every time. But I don't really know. It like has a probability of happening on the first attack, I think. And it's a free ability that the Guardians get, so you don't have to invest anything in it. But I always thought it was silly. Kind of funny. Because somebody had to program that, you know? Somebody had to be like, okay, we need to make this Jedi fly forward. What we're going to do is just not animate it and then just move them in like 6 frames across the screen. That'll be fine. No big deal, right? That's how it works.
Yes?
It's like I was watching a speed run of Soma. I think AGDQ 2015. Soma is like this scary game. This guy doesn't matter. He's a Wookiee who hates us. Soma is this like scary game, but there was this one part where you have to crawl through a vent, but the guy's like, some intern must have programmed this vent because you could just walk into the vent and then just hold back out of it. And so he just holds the S key as he's walking into the vent, and the area deloads, and he's outside of the map. Fantastic. Fantastic speedrunning right there. Great QA. How did nobody do that? Alright, we are going to take this wicker basket down into the pit of hell. And we are back. For some reason the game crashed right there. No big deal. I think it's prone to crashing there at certain points. Something about the coating of a basket into the bottom part. But no worries, there was an autosave that occurred after or before the crash happened. So I was able to just load the game after I came down to that area, which is really nice. Okay, so stuff down here, not really that scary. There's Katarns. They're like slightly evolved versions of cat hounds. Some of them are more vicious than others. But I have 2 Jedi with me, so I'm not too worried about it. And I also got a level up. Fantastic. And I think in this... Oh yeah, we get heal now. Level 12. It's a level 12 heal power spike. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, and I guess I get 2 force powers. But there's nothing really that interesting because I'm not level 16. I can't get Stasis Field, the greatest power of all time. And don't want to murk around with any dark side powers, so I'll probably just, you know, get the shield or the aura power and never use it. It's a throwaway. Consulars sometimes get 2 powers. For example, in this level, I got 2 powers, and where the Jedi Guardians don't. It's one of the perks of being a consular. Oh, that was young heal particles. Looks so good. I got an interesting blaster from that loot, but I think I might actually have already the maximum amount of damage that I want or have available to me right now. My Mandalorian pistol has more damage, yep. Plus it has +2 fizz attack. Okay. Now who's this mofo?
Damnable racket of battle. Watch yourself. Even more of these crawling beasts are hiding in the underbrush. I'm Jolie. Jolie Bindo. Follow me to my cabin and we'll talk a bit. Why am I here? Well, it isn't because I like the stink of dead Kinrath. Let's move this talk to my cabin. The air is better. Keep close. It's nearby under a log. Yeah, I live like some burrowing rodent. I fought the Sith. Now look at me.
And I'm sure you just loved listening to that hideous tack sound over and over again. And I'll show you right now, I can't turn that off because of the way the sound works in this game. There isn't a meter specifically for tack sounds. I'm sorry, that's just the way it's gonna have to be. Okay, so that's Jolie. He's some old guy who's pretending not to be a Jedi, even though he very quite obviously is one. Excuse me. He's kind of stuck here, and he's gonna make us do dumb things for him, and then eventually, maybe he will consider joining our group.
Well, welcome to my home, such as it is. Pull up a stump and be comfortable. We should discuss a few things. Don't coddle me, child. I'm neither a Jedi nor your master. I'm just an old man that's been lost in the woods for far too long. My days of glory are behind me, but perhaps there is something I can do for you. You must have questions. What is there to tell? Jolie Bindo is the crazy old man in the dangerous woods. I'm content with the impression I give. I follow the Jedi way, and I command the Force, yes. I suppose that makes me as much a Jedi as anyone, but what of it? Why should being what I am compel me to entertain others with tales of the good old days, huh? I've seen my share of the dark and the light, and frankly, both extremes annoy me. Of course, I have felt rumblings of change.
I do not feel a taint of the dark side within you, old man. I sense you are a servant of the light, whether you will admit it or not.
Well, I assure you, I see more gray than dark or light. I'm just a stubborn old man, tired of the foolishness of others. Fine, fine, just be brief. Now, why would you be asking about that, hmm? Don't answer. I knew that had to be why you were here. The problems of a few Wookiees don't amount to anything before the concerns of the Jedi. No, you are here for the map. Kashyyk is an interesting place, more so than anyone suspects. If Circa Corporation knew, the planet would be a strip mine. The Wookiees have their legends that they were not always here, but it is more than that. The trees themselves are strangers. What I'm saying is that there are literally walls in your way, and you won't find what you need without my help. And my help has a price. You must do a task for me, and then allow me to join with you. I will then remove certain barriers in your path. Oh, save it. I know this sounds absurd, but I'm old and entitled to work you around a bit. Besides, the test is simple. Since they began expanding in the Shadowlands, the Circa have left me alone for the most part. Until recently, anyway. A group of them set up camp not far from here, poachers is all they are. I'd like them removed from this place. They don't respect this place. They're butchering wildlife and threatening entire species. It's getting under my skin. The Wookiees could take care of themselves if they wished, but the animals are truly helpless victims. Oh, please, this is arbitrary errand work. But such are the requests of the aged. You still have to do it. Their camp is in the far northeast. Now remember, if I wanted them dead, I'd have done it myself. Find a better way. You presumably have a ship. I've seen all I wish to here. Isn't that enough? I mean, I'm really sick of the trees. And perhaps your destiny might show me something new. You never know. Good. Return to me here and we'll see how you have done. Shoo! Shoo!
So friend Jolie needs us to go take care of some poachers for him. They are killing Tach. And as much as I would love to kill every last Tach in the bottom of this place, doing so gives you dark side points. And I don't really want those because I'm this close to getting the maximum super light force side angel power of awesome. And I can't really afford to take unneeded dark side points like I had been doing on Terrace, since Terrace, it was at the beginning of the game. We're really not that close to being full light side. Although somebody has probably figured out a way to be full light side before getting off of Dantooine, and I just
Malfunction.
I'm not really privy to that information. So we're just gonna stick around with this.
Playback.
I don't get it. That merchant said there was salvage down here. We need Matin to work the sensors.
Playback.
When he gets back, we'll... Wait, I'm getting something. Oh good, it's Eli. Maybe he'll point us in the right direction.
Playback.
Eli, what are you... You got your money, you double-crossing snake. We had a deal.
Playback.
I don't get it. That merchant said there was...
Playback. Playback. Shutting down.
And boom sauce. So that guy we talked to, he said he was waiting for his accountability buddies to come back up and save him from the credit loss that he was achieving through that merchant. Welp, looks like there was a little bit of underhanded play going on here, so maybe on our way back up through into the upper city of Kashyyk, we can confront Senor El Merchanto. And I think I just walked into the wrong direction. I really, don't really know this place very well, so, forgive me if I don't have the most speed-runny route through the bottom area here. If I could, I would just totally skip this part of the game. We would just go directly to the star map. I would cut out the entire piece of everything, and then we would just move on from there. However, for the sake of completion, and because if anyone watches that, the sheer discontinuity would just be so beyond irritating, I'm not going to do that, but I am going to complain about it, so here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, there's a couple of things down here. None of them are really that important, except for one thing. It's the thing that gets you the circlet of Sarash. That's what I'm talking about. But that's not going to be for a wee bit of time, so we have to kill these Katarns. These bull Katarns. With our Jedi lightsabers. And we have to listen to dumb Tach make sounds the entire time. Oh, Udoki. So just, enjoy the ride for what it is right now. It's a funny thing when you're doing a Let's Play. If it feels like if I'm not constantly narrating, it's just really boring. And it's probably not true. Like, I bet you there are people who would just watch somebody play this game without any commentary. But, based on gut reaction, or at least my gut reaction, I just gotta always be talking. That's how that's how you keep the entertainment value going. I was watching Lyric and he said something similar. Because he was playing, there's like a new Battlegrounds, Battle Royale game that's coming out. It's called PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. And there's this one segment where he was tryharding to win, and he was quiet for like 5 minutes, and no one said anything. And then after the 5 minutes, he died. He got like 5th place, and he wondered like how many viewers he lost because he didn't say anything for 5 minutes. And it turned out to be none at all. So maybe that's just a fallacy created by your mind when you're narrating something. Who knows? Maybe I should just do an episode where I don't talk at all. Probably not. I probably won't do that. That's just no fun, man. Although there is one thing I dislike when people are doing Let's Plays is when they're playing games and they read every tooltip and they try to narrate all of the lines of dialogue. Now, Knights of the Old Republic is really nice because it's pretty much fully voice acted. But I mean, I don't really like it when somebody is narrating somebody's lines because they're not really. Usually, most of the time, they're not that good of a voice actor. Then they're usually not terrible. It's just, you know, it sort of ruins the character's voice.
Who are you?
Anyway, we gotta talk to this poacher
like
guy.
That KOTOR slime up on the docking ring? This is my territory. I don't make deals, and I don't persuade easily, so go back topside. Mess with my profits, and I'll see you dead. So you're playing tourist? That isn't smart. The Shadowlands are all business. Mess around, and you'll end up dead. That said, if you want to make some credits while you're looking to die, I might have a job for you. Is that old hermit Jolie trying to talk you into doing his dirty work? We've spent too much on setting up just to walk away. As long as the sonic emitters keep the Preds away and I've got bodies to guard the perimeter, we're staying right here. I mean, if I can put up with my own worthless guards complaining about this place, Jolie whining through you is nothing. I don't need this kind of garbage from you. Watch your mouth. I'm the only law there is down here. If you have something to say, get on with it. Otherwise, leave me alone. I've credits to earn. Good. I'm not down here to direct traffic.
So I don't have the persuade skill to just straight up bully him out of this area. So what I need to do is disable these sonic emitter thingaroonies. And I can't do that yet. I'm trying to remember how to get that done. There's some way to do it. I'm probably just missing something really simple. Oh, actually, we'll just have Basil open these. I don't quite remember this part, actually. So there may be some futzing around happening here. Jeez, man. I just feel like burping today.
Yes?
It's a burp day.
What?
You know how sometimes when you're babysitting a baby and it just burps a lot? That's what I feel like right now. It's funny, I was talking about how you never see mines except for on Tatooine, and here we are disabling a crevasse of mines and accidentally exploding them. In fact, you know what? I'm just gonna walk through the next one I see because it really doesn't do that much damage, and I have my handy dandy super mega ultra heal power, which should certainly help to mitigate such a tragedy. Ah, here we go, 2 more mines. And the force field up ahead. Let's just run through this one. And we'll just run through this one too. See, I'm just letting those developers know that those mines did not hinder me in any way whatsoever. So I think this force field is the exact same model of the one that Mission had to get you through in the sewers of Terrace. So a nice old copy pasta right there. Not that it's too terrible of a thing, even though I do hate this place, and it is pretty awful. So we're going to head back to those Poachers, and I'm going to try and figure out how the hell to get them off my rock. Oh, wait. I think you can talk to, the poachers, like, themselves. Like the guards. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You talk to the guard. And then you get him to give you the codes for the sonic emitter.
You want anything, you'll have to talk to the commander. Why am I here? I'm here because this is where the commander told me to stand. And that's all there is to it. I'm just a guard for this emitter. Why couldn't they have just equipped this lump of tech with a blaster and left me at home? I'm not here because I know stuff. I handle a blaster well enough to guard this emitter, and that's it. Talk to the commander. No more dangerous than walking out on the commander. He'd kill me for disobeying orders. I'm not here because I know stuff. They generate a sonic barrier that allows us to stay in this wonderful location. It keeps the big predators away. I don't know how it works, really. I just know that if they go down, the camp would be overrun. What of it? I don't like being here, that's for sure. I suppose you could take this code and shut down the emitter I'm guarding. Enough of those emitters go down, and the camp will have to move out. But I never said anything.
Nailed it. Okay, that's the first one. And then for the second one, I think I don't need to do all of them, but I definitely need to do at least 2. Oh, maybe I have to talk to this guard. This guy, like the next sonic emitter I go to, I also have to talk to that guard and get his codes. So the persuade check, I think, is will work every single time, regardless of what persuade you
want
have,
anything, you'll
which is super awesome.
What do you want to know? I don't like being here. That's enough.
Yeah, I just skipped through that because he says basically exactly the same thing as previously beforehand. Also getting UI stuck on the box there in the background. That was dumb. What? All right, there we go.
Run! Run!
Don't worry, we'll fight that hideous beast, but not right now. We'll have to get to this ceremonial site. Alright, so actually what I'm going to do here is wrap up this video because so many weird things happened in this video while I was doing it that I need to go attend to. Anyway, we'll head back to Jolie and we'll stand in front of him and then we'll end the video right there. That way we know exactly what needs to be done. Talk to Jolie, go back through the force field, and then we go into the undercity of Kashyyk. Anyway, thanks for watching. This has been another episode of the Knights of the Old Republic playthrough.